At Gen15, we really want to bring together all the key stakeholders in the industry from different parts of the world, really to kind of discuss and chart the future of agile, assured, orchestrated network services, the whole third network concept as we call it. But it's really an educational platform for the MEF to take all of this rich content and take it to market as we continue to conduct our global education programs.
When we went into Gen 14, we focused on defining the future of global networking. For 2015, for Gen 15, we wanted to take it a step further and look at how do we enable that future of global networking. And here we're talking about the shift towards more dynamic services that are delivered over more automated networks powered by Carrier Ethernet 2.0, LSO, SDN, and NFV.
The event as a whole, I think, is unmatched. I like to say it's not about what people say and do, but it's how they make you feel. And when you come to Gen 15, it's a very, very unique platform. From the opening speakers, hearing the vision and literally the challenges faced by very, very large organizations, and then understanding that MHO Networks has an instant fit with their needs. We can actually address some of their biggest pain points. I got super excited. Overall, I cannot believe that they have a proof of concept pavilion, not just one, but two, where you can literally see sandbox testing happening in live action. You can play with it, ask questions, literally speaking to some of the biggest networks with raw data, and they're showing you exactly the results of that data and what's happening in real time. It's fascinating and fun. My engineers love it, and they're having a ball in there right now.
I think at least the Gen 14 and Gen 15, and I would hope also Gen 16 is quite an attractive event. First of all, it brings people from around the world, and I think that's critical in order to see different operator experiences, certainly. One thing that we've seen in all of the MEF participation that we've had is that they've been very successful in putting together technical and commercial, putting together service providers with the vendor community, and assuring that the standards discussion, certainly on the technical level, is a discussion that's not left just only inside MEF. The concept of MEF Unite, which is to reach out to other standards bodies and to make sure that what happens in MEF doesn't just stay in MEF, but rather is used as a delivery mechanism in order to try and create some sort of holistic approach industry-wide in the ICT community is very helpful.
As AT&T is rolling out products, we're trying to move from a private line TDM transport environment to a completely Ethernet environment. And when we do that, we can start taking advantage of some of the new technologies like SDN, like NFV. There's an awful lot of information that that gets conveyed here at the MEF Forum that is valuable to me as a product manager to develop those products. We can't do that by ourselves. We have to talk to other carriers. We have to be able to interact and be able to transmit data back and forth.
Sparkle is undergoing a very dramatic transformation in terms of technology. We advocate introduction of LSO. Our CEO is part of MEF, of the board. So we're very active in taking part of all MEF's activities, including Gen 15, which is the event that gathers all the players in the value chain of LSO. So it's an incredible opportunity for us to meet all the relevant players.
Yeah, what I find unique about this event is it's all the carriers and operators focused specifically on carrier Ethernet. When I go to other telecom shows, it covers everything telecom, which could be Ethernet, it could be IP, it could be wireless, so you get little smatterings of each piece. Here, it's all the carriers coming together and really focusing on moving Ethernet forward as a service and as a technology.
Yeah, our customers are faced with the challenge of being able to operate more efficiently and also with much greater agility. They need to be able to deliver services much more quickly than in the past. And they want to get there using SDN and virtualization, but as a carrier Ethernet conference, there's a very large hardware component. And so they're coming to us and saying, how do we automate our network? How do we operate with the same level of efficiency as a telco service provider, as a cable operator, as the web companies? How do we go from 100 people per platform to 50,000 people per platform? And so for us, it's an opportunity to engage in these customers in a great one-to-one dialogue where we can show them our vision, where we're tying together the physical network with the virtual network, and that's where they want to go.
So one of the big appeals of the show is that we get to work with a lot of the equipment vendors, and we also get to meet a lot of the operators. And as a network integrator, we like to synthesize solutions based on our own integration skills and our expertise. A lot of us do this business in a virtual fashion. That is, there's a lot of video conferencing, a lot of conference calls, things of that nature. And when you're in a venue like this, you get to meet someone who you've been talking to for 6 months or 7 months and you've never met them before. And that personal connection helps both from an understanding of what you're trying to build or do for them as a client, but also if you're doing partnerships, again, getting to meet those people face to face helps make things that much more easy, and it just makes for better business. So the combination of the venue and the attendees is something that's really great for Data Vision, and we look forward to doing it again for Gen 16.
Here at this Gen 15, so many service providers, mixing smartly also with so many vendors, and getting access to the press and to fairly high caliber level of speakers along the panel across some very substantive and important information topics in our industry, I think is quite critical, and it does set Gen 15 apart from some of the other events.